like this. In the long run, every point counts. But talking about today, if Janaka Das can repeat his success, he'll be crowned the new champion driver here.
Well, is that a little bit of pressure or what, Haritha?
That's why you should not be going and bothering those drivers at the paddocks. That's what I told you.
I want to bother them. I want to see
they
how the
talk sense
beats.
and you tell me it's babble.
Well, because they were just looking at me. They're staring at me with one eye and saying, you know, how it feels. But I'll tell you this much. You know, talking to the drivers, it's amazing that that amount of focus with the team. I mean, how important, Manishka, tell me, how important is your backup team in terms of lining it up and getting the focus right?
Well, it is, because the driver cannot look into making sure that all the loose ends are tied up and drive at the same time. So he needs that team to do every little bit that they can in the paddock to make sure that car is tuned to the best of its abilities.
Is there one person he feeds off? Is there one person who gives him that information and that intel? Because he's obviously not going to talk to everybody.
Well, not really. I think when you're working as a team, every person has a contribution to make. Even where advice is concerned, your mechanics will tell you exactly what you should be doing in every corner. But at the same time, you need to think from your own when it comes to maneuvering your car.
Well, I was sat there watching Darren, and he was just got in the Impreza. They had some issues yesterday. And he was in that car for about 6 minutes, just focusing, just touching the steering wheel, just looking, trying to get himself in that one line, in that one special place.
Well, that focus continues for the two-wheelers as well. And
so.
we're up on the track again for Group O standard motorcycles up to 250cc, 4-stroke, a 6-lap event for the Demo Trophy. Names to watch out for: NED Daniels returns to the track, winner of the previous event, but he'll be hotly contested by defending champion Madhuran Caldera. So that's number 31. We don't have a name just yet, but I'm sure we will shortly. Also, Shriyant Samuel seems to be sitting out this entire race meet. That's really unfortunate, because those three riders would have put on a splendid show for us. So, still at the start line.
This race is bound to be quite hotly contested if the riders perform to their true potential as they line up. This is fun. This is going to be a tough ask for the defending champion.
Well, Harry, the real battle will be in the open event. I'm sure Caldera is preparing for that as well. So he'll use this as a practice event, I guess, to get himself familiarized with all the little things the track has to offer. So the officials move out, and the lights should be coming on any moment.
The lights are on. Super tuned bikes. These are thoroughbreds. A lot of money, a lot of preparation, a lot of work done to put those bikes at the start line. Still the red lights are on. What's the problem? What is the problem? I don't see the coast car anywhere around. Number 91, who's that? All systems go. Great shot. Good start. Two of them had a very good start, including Madhuranka Caldera.
Not doing as well as we hoped, Haritha. Madhuran Caldera still caught up in the bunch there. So who is our race leader?
First corner so critical. Manishka, it all comes down to what you had in planning, what you had in warm-up. Here we go now.
Yeah, getting into the Excite corner, into the People's Bank corner, then the Kuwait Airways corner, exit off the NGK corner. One casualty already at the NGK corner.
2 casualties, 3 casualties. Oh dear, it's a huge mix-up, massive pile-up. They might just red flag this down, Haritha. The leaders are away though. There's no concern for them, but at the back there, the biggest pile-up so far at the Katu races. Could have got ugly, but luckily everybody slowed down into the corner.
Yes, let's only hope that the majority concern is that there won't be too much hassle. Exiting off the Seat corner, we have 4 race leaders. Take a look at this. This is what happened probably at the NGK corner. We are not getting that really done up. What happened?
There we go. The race still on. Race still on.
Yes. So Madhuranga Caldera is being challenged, and there is Randhani and Daniel who is swapping places.
Has he visibly slowed down? Is that my impression? He seemed to just slow down into that corner.
Take a look, that's number 5 is Randhani, Helavikun Randhani. Great stuff.
There we go. This is the replay of that first fight up. There's the first slip. Nobody near him. And then there was the one nicely done, nicely maneuvered around him. But then from there, 2, 3, 4. And boom. Luckily, everybody slowed down. Otherwise, it would be very, very nasty.
The second rider was falling because he saw what happened there. Go down. I think he didn't
he
come
slipped
down.
in the way, that's right.
No, I didn't think he didn't come down on that. Then Daniel has got in front of Madhuranga Caldera, the defending champion. This is a great race. This is going to be good. Sharon Fernando is lying third, according to Venishka. This is great stuff. Thank you, Venishka.
Well, Venishka, you know, when that happens, as a race leader, you're not going to concern yourself. You're just going to, you know, hair off straight away. But of course, people coming behind, I saw the riders, they're all trying to slow down, trying to maneuver around, and then failing. Some of them failed, some of them got through.
Well, that's where your game plan change actually, because that's the unexpected part. You never know if you're behind a rider when he might go off. So you need to think on your 2 feet to make sure you're still in the race and avoid that collision.
Absolutely, you got to be as sharp as nails, otherwise you're gone in that big pile-up. But thankfully, we've still got a race in our hands, and there's now...
That's Madhuranga Caldera still in second, and as predicted, Ned Daniels is doing wonderfully well because he was the man to challenge Caldera, and he's doing it right now. So open event, Caldera needs to watch his back.
Too true. There you go. Ned Daniel, 46, and Madhuranga Caldera, 37, and Helavikum Randhani. Is that the right name? That's a wonderful name. I wonder if that's got a Norwegian back to it.
Helavikum is old Sri Lankan. Don't play around with that name.
It sounds like a Viking name to me, by the way, and I'll go with that.
You've been in Europe for too long, Chan.
Beautiful day here, fabulous. All back in the middle now.
It took the gloss out of this race. What happened now is that the 3 race leaders have got themselves spaced out in such a way that it will be very difficult to make this one really sort of that thrill a minute, thrill a second race.
Certainly, it looks like something is pretty much done and delivered now, because the race leaders are, you know, got a huge lead for themselves, and they're holding on to it.
We are live from Katukurunda, the Rotherham circuit meet. It's a Seat Shlada event. Sri Lanka Air Force extremely proud to be involved in this all-tarmac race in Sri Lanka. It's a Shlada championship event. In the paddock area, a lot of wonderful outings being there. Formula type vehicles also parading around. Supercharged thoroughbreds that you see in this race. More than half the race gone.
Too true, Arita. These are the big boys, the superstars, and you can see on in the paddock there, a wonderful story. Here's the leaderboard.
So, Ned Daniel has done well. It's just that he's sort of spaced out this race. He's challenged the defending champion and got into a position that he will find it extremely difficult to come out.
Around the BOC corner now, onto the straight. Beautiful sight, Katukurunda. as it has done for years and years and years, looking sharp as ever.
The Demo Trophy is on offer, and it's been a moment for these riders. They prepare, they have wonderful teams, supercharged bikes. They come with a lot of expectations, and especially Madhuranga Caldera. He's thrilled crowds whenever he is raced. He's one of maybe 5 riders who maintain consistency right through the year.
Well, Haritha, you've got to really hand it to Vilas Manushka, but these lads are adrenaline junkies. There's no shortage of that, because it's what they live on, it's what they eat, sleep and breathe. More than all of us put together, adrenaline is their blood. It's unbelievable. And when you see them, the way you saw Madhuranga there, just pumping his hands as he came around the corner on the straight, outstanding. You can feel that charge. Fabulous stuff.
Great stuff. He's in control. Psychedelic, multicolored. Easily recognized.
Well, he's got a go-fast neon green colored bike. Makes him feel fab. There he is now, just on the straight, opening up. Beautiful, wonderful sight.
Ned Daniels opened out a fair lead on the defending champion Madhuranga Caldera, exiting from the Seat corner onto the home stretch and waiting for the checkered flag. He held on to the lead briefly, but only briefly. Who was in third place, I wonder? Could have been Sharon Fernando.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking the flag now. There you go, just saying, it's done. Feel good, thank you. Taking the applause, quite the feeling now. This is the best feeling ever, because you've done all the hard work, you've survived the circuit, and there's the whole leaderboard. Daniel, Caldera, Sharon Fernando. These points count as...
Leaderboard, you've been watching too much of golf.
1, 2, 3. Gorgeous day, as you were saying. It got better. There was a little concern at the start, Haritha, that the weather might turn on us. Heavy overnight rain, but there you go. There's the magic. To say
Celebration.
Thank you. Ooh.
Ned Daniel. Thank you.
Yep. Man and machine. Perfect harmony.
You wouldn't do that to your brand new bike, would you?
If I had just one, matey, definitely.
So this was expected to be a big race for the defending champion Madhuranga Caldera. Well, he had a fair amount of challenge coming in. He started off with a lot of hope before it really got walked up towards the NGK corner. There was a huge pile-up. The first 3-4 managed to go, but then 3 others got into difficulty, but 2 of them got away.
Well, that could have really turned nasty, but thankfully it all went pretty much to form after the pile-up. Everybody managed to avoid, and the race leaders stayed in front. So Daniel and Madhuranga and Sharon Fernando just maintaining their good pace all around. There he is now. That's the Daniel saying thank you, pumping the air with his fist.
So the next event is something that you would usually see at Pannala, but it's nice to see that Katukurunda comes alive with the stuff. But here's the awards presentation for those champion riders on event number 11. The general manager of Diesel and Motor Company, Mr. Janaka Rodrigo, will be presenting the awards. The Demo Trophy was on offer for the winner, and on the top of the podium is that man, Ned Ernest Daniel.
Big smiles, total elation, feeling good.
Third place went to Sharon Fernando, and Madhuranga Caldera, the defending champion, was beaten into runner-up position. Always smiling. Wonderful lad. Good run for Daniel.
Serious competitors, all of them. You can see them. There you go. Outstanding. Well-earned victory. Daniel's overjoyed, of course. But today was his day.